Hello, everyone. I'm Aaron Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1, as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Bengals going up against the Tigers. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Tigers. And a big face mask penalty.
I really come by giving away y'all. I'm ready, bro.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They'll set up to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Reggie Ragland, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
He bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe run draw in that situation instead to get one back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, Fess couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Halfback sent in motion. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good use of the pass there to pick up the 1st down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They're going to look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
So the defense is playing in a tough spot. It's second and long. Back to throw here. Finding time. Going up top. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. And it's possible that today the most important group could be the linebackers.
Yeah, the second level, as we like to call them, right? Defensive front has to control things, but the linebackers, they do more than clean up. They help create big plays.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come up with an offset eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. That time, second and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal press pressure. Preston Smith in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
They'll set up a throw. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
Ronald Darby's selection makes a general manager look good. A terrific ball hawk who is eager to tackle in the run game.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country
I
roads.
certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love it.
The Bengals getting set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. He'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down stitch. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete on 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
They come up in an offset eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we got to throw in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
Here we go. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Second down following the incompletion. Play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw here. He's got time. And he's going to go down. They sack him back.
That is open.
It'll be a loss of 8. And it's going to lead him to 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal. Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And cuts out right sideline. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
And they'll run it here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Six yards to go here on second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. In the red zone this time. Running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back.
Man, stop that shit, man. 2 of them, man. Come on with that shit, man.
And Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Dante Fowler just made a play that he can be really proud of there. Nice tackle for loss, and what a relief. But
he rifles one that's intercepted.
Don't come out the end zone, bro. Oh, my God.
These guys will get the football back. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to think in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get
Let's see it, Taylor.
talk about it.
6'3" boy.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Trying to lay one up deep. Well, this is taken in. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away. And he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards.
Let's go, baby. Good drive.
And this one is right down the middle. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And a hit.
Ooh, hey, good D, y'all.
It's incomplete.
Oh.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Good hit, home.
Good D. 2nd down. Let's see what the
that
offense
ball
calls up here on 3rd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Man, come on, this shit, man.
Having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
He broke the tackle. Oh.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Now they'll run it on the toss.
Let's go.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Cut back, left sideline. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 67 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
I'm in a bitch. Don't talk about it, man.
Here for 2. So they
Okay,
go
well.
pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball to 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the
How
time.
many plays do you script?
Good D.
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut.
Good D, Bruce.
The interior of that defensive line. He'll get back on the line of scrimmage. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And when you're running the football,
let's go, Taylor. Oh, whatever, game.
Those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
We done. Perform that.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the
Get up. So, D, baby.
48-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Pick off. Let's go, Rams.
It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score, you go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to...
Man, come on, this shit. You got to get in front of the home.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football.
Good D, baby.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
Man, why are you doing all that? They just gonna pick the ball off, man.
But you have to be careful not being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
We'll see how they attack them here. They'll give it to him right up the gut.
He gone.
And now off to the races down the right side.
Absolutely.
Cincinnati
Caught the wrong play here.
A great effort there. 81 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Kicks away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this trip after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Get the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll look to throw. He will find his man on the outside.
Run that ball, boy.
A big play there on the catch and They come up in an offset eye. Back to throw.
Let's go.
For a Chicago touchdown.
I'm gonna finish your drive, my nigga.
Their dangerous wide receiver from 3 yards out. And his guys are going to take the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it.
Man, what my fumble at?
18-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time.
We heard too.
They were able to put together a scoring drive, but they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what comes
let them move.
together. But they've got to keep it moving.
Don't say that shit down.
Because as you did know, they are down on the scoreboard.
No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, you make headway on that one. He's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Come on, catch the ball, man.
Nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings it up.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Jalen Rams over there, man. We ain't worried about it.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. He'll drop to throw.
So, let me get this.
He's intercepted. And it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone.
Get that shit, man.
They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So the coaches are looking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him.
Hey, that was ball.
Maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball.
Your mama coming back.
Always think back to what all those old
It's not right now.
The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for us.
Man, that's some whole ass shit, though, boy.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards. It brings up 4th down.
That's some whole ass shit.
Unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. Spotted at the left hash this
1st down on the rip.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to go for a
Keep trying, nigga.
4th time tonight. It's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams, run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And this one through the uprights and good. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kozer to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
It's a gain of 6. Moves into a manageable situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and got some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. He will have a first down here at about the 40. Back now here on EA Sports.
Need some points, boy. Need some points. It ain't gonna do it.
So here we go, 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field.
Get out of here, man. None of that no here, man. No fly zone, baby.
2nd down.
Every offensive coordinator.
No fly zone over here, boy.
They have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And that is caught.
Man, hey, let's pick it off.
Bengal touchdown.
Oh, let's see, man.
Their dangerous wide receiver, 29 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. The fullback works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
I'm gonna get you one, Hurt.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he's got his man on the comebacker. 20 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Chicago first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Those completes to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They have what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slam. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And the slot man goes in motion left. He'll set up to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that...
And my goodness, another interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball. And then all of a sudden it just stalled. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So the D gets the sack on first, and now it brings up 2nd down. Let's go, let's round. And the tight end goes in motion left. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size.
Man, come on, cuz. He's too big to be dropping the fucking ball, bro.
He's going to be tough to bring down.
For real, for real. Too goddamn big for that shit, man. You wide fucking open. That is a lie. Too big for that shit, no play.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll look to throw here.
Overthrow his ass. Man, nigga, why that over?
This play doesn't work out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as it did on that last play.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And on the ground they go with a running back. What a move! And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. You got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the
Ooh, I should have had that one.
He harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of approach, though.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. First and goal here from the 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. For one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
He's had a big game tonight. No one's going to be overly concerned about that last play.
And he will take it on for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals able to get within a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead by 3, late stages of the game. What's the message here? Just hang on to the football? Is it that simple?
That's exactly right, because ball security is paramount. And you got a small cushion. A field goal can tie you, but you don't even think that way. Just take care of the ball, close out the game.
Will they close it out? We're about to find out. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll
My face man is
at the 30-yard line.
Oh, no.
And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Second down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete.
Look at it, man.
Brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout.
Good pass, Wade.
Called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll go on the ground. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to 42. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll push push his way up to about the 44 here. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football for understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. The great read and it's picked off. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness.
Over the ball bad. Go ran the hell out of that bitch. That man got up. On 14 play. 15.